All right, here we go.
Officer Starks,
Yes,
let's
sir.
begin. Welcome to the October 2025 promotional board. Okay, so for the record, you've inquired that you would like to be a patrol sergeant, as I've opened up 3 patrol sergeant positions because we are losing patrol sergeants left and right.
Mhm.
Um, and you've inquired to say that you would like to become a sergeant, so you are here in front of the entire COC. Well, most of them. Um, And I'll just say it like this. I'm Captain Jemison. I run the Bureau of Patrol, and everybody else is going to introduce themselves, and then we're going to ask you some questions.
Yes, sir.
I can
Same order
start.
as last time. Yeah, you go.
Yeah. Andre Jackson, Supervisor Officer of Traffic Enforcement and with the Bureau Patrol.
Nathan Caruso, patrol supervisor.
Jermaine McCord.
I don't know why I can hear some people and I can't hear some people. I don't know if I'm
Hold
getting
on, do
old
this.
Oh,
or
Do
it's
this.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, let me do that. One second.
No, it's just him. Just him.
Okay.
If he does it, it'll be good. Yeah, you do that real quick. Start.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You good?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll just restart real quick.
Oh,
There we go. We'll just restart real quick. Go ahead, Jackson.
Okay. I'm Andre Jackson, Supervisor Officer of Traffic Enforcement Unit and with the Bureau Patrol.
Nathan Caruso, patrol supervisor.
Jimani McCord, also patrol supervisor, sergeant, watch commander as well.
Okay. Commander.
Oh shit, my bad. Jair Reed McCord, Commander, Officer Operations.
Lieutenant Smith, Bureau of Professional Standards.
Sergeant Johnson, patrol supervisor.
Sergeant Nass, patrol supervisor, area 4 saturation team supervisor.
All right. So, Mr. Starks, obviously
Mhm.
we know who you are, and now you know who we are. But tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you come from, how long you been with the department, stuff like that.
Well, I come from Alabama. I came to Chicago.
Oh, what part?
Sweet home Birmingham.
Montgomery,
Roll
man.
Tide,
Go
Roll
ahead.
Tide, Roll Tide. But anyway, I came to Chicago looking for a new life. Kind of stumbled upon the police department. This was a total mistake. Got here, I loved it. I always come back to y'all. I just like it here. I like the structure. I like the command team. Um, I like the way I have fun with our jobs. So that's what got me here. Um, I don't say much. I'm kind of a observer. I just look and kind of intake what everybody's doing. That's kind of what I do. Um, but yeah, I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm here to help. Everybody say they here to help the community. I'm here to help other officers. That's what I'm here for.
Okay. Great introduction there. So I'm gonna just ask the first question here just to kind of open up the table.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna go in the same order as we just went before. It's gonna kind of be like have you ever had a staff interview where
I
like multiple people are asking you questions at once?
Yeah, I had something like that before. But
Okay. So
let's
it's
go
going to
for
kind
it.
of be intense.
Yes,
So,
sir. Let's
I
go.
might ask a question and then, Sergeant McCord might hop in there and ask you a question. Then it might jump over to Sergeant Nash. So you just got to be ready.
Oh yeah, let's go.
So break the ice here real quick. Have you ever held any supervisor position at any job prior to this one?
No, sir. This will be my first supervisor's position.
What makes you think you're qualified to be a supervisor
What
within
makes me
Chicago?
what makes me qualified is like I said, I'm looking to help my fellow officers. Everybody want to help the community, blah blah blah. We're gonna do that, but I want to help my officers. I want them to go home safe every night, and I want them to be the best that they can be. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's under me, I want them to be able to take the life lessons I learned and apply them to the job.
What, in your words, are the main responsibilities of a supervisor?
Main responsibility of supervisors, first of all, lead by example. That's gonna be your first thing. Lead by example. The second thing is just making sure everybody is doing what they got to do to protect your butt. You know, from your supervisor, from my supervisor above me. That's what I think my main job is to do. Make sure operations are easy for our higher ups.
What is something you can improve on that you don't see other supervisors doing already?
Something I can improve on is probably speaking up a little bit more. Right now, I just kind of stay in my place. I kind of like I let other people just kind of like um, let them put their 2 cents in. I kind of just keep my opinions to myself. I think I should speak up a little bit more because I got a few ideas that I feel like that I can help to attribute. So that's one thing I do. But as of right now, I just want to keep soaking it in from you guys.
What's one of the things that you feel our department is lacking that you feel like you yourself could improve it?
Discipline. We all are one. I don't think it's just one officer with this officer. When the public see us, they see us as one. So I say discipline. I see a lot of things that officers do that shouldn't be done. I have said something to some officers. Some officers brush it off because I'm the same rank as them, respectful. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like discipline is the main thing, as far as like just as far as protocols with 1080, as far as protocols with calling out to dispatch, as far as keeping it professional, as far as joking around the public. I feel like that's the main thing right now is discipline.
What's one of
Give us
your
yeah. Go ahead.
apologies?
Mhm.
What's one of your
Yeah.
things you struggle with that you feel like could be a strength for the department?
One thing. Oh, say one more, repeat it one more time for me.
What's one thing you struggle with that you feel like the department could benefit off of better?
Mm, Me personally, or just the whole department?
No, just you personally.
Me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to get in the gun range. I got good comms. I can tell you exactly what they at. But as far as like shooting, I am
I'm still in
not there yet. So, but if you want me to give another example, I will. I know everybody struggle with some physical activities.
If there's blood leading up to the door, you got the
How can you differentiate your friend with relationships as far as friendships within the department?
One thing I made
should
clear
be
when I
getting somebody
become a police officer, I let my friends and my family know
Oh, yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the badge, I
Are you
gotta
not with your
do what
team?
I gotta do behind the badge, you know what I'm saying?
I can't
So
hear
if
you.
my friend get in trouble, I gotta do what I gotta do as far as like if you gotta go to jail, you gotta go to jail. I can't give out free passes. I'm gonna be honest with you, if I pull up my mama, I ain't taking my mom to jail. One of y'all gonna have to come take her to jail. I'm just being honest. But as far as like friends and family, I just feel like you have to have that conversation with them. If you never had that conversation, then it's that gray area that you never, talk about. So,
As a supervisor, how would you ensure
Oh.
that your team not only follows department policies and procedures, but also how they feel supported and motivated in high stressful situations?
I feel like it's just open communication. If I was to become a supervisor, yes, I'm the supervisor, but I do want them to look at me as their peer, as their coworker. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out on with activities with them, kind of express to them, hey, you can come to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that person they can come to and actually talk to, because some of them won't say nothing. They won't say nothing when something's bothering them. They wait to the things come to a boil, or wait till they get in trouble about something, or one of the other friends get in trouble about something before they say something. I just feel like as far as just open communication with them is the best thing.
How would you address an officer under your supervision who repeatedly ignores department policy?
Oh, we got ways of dealing with that. So, the first thing I always would talk to them. Is always a talking, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like, hey, you're not doing this correctly. You got to get right on this. You know what I'm saying? It's up to me to make sure that you know this information. If you don't know this information, then we have to move forward with what's going on. Um, that would be my first thing. The second thing, there would probably be paperwork involved. Um, a lot of times people need to see ink to paper before they get their act together. So I would go from there, and then so far from there, they got to go up the chain from there.
Okay. And as a newly promoted sergeant, how would you handle a veteran officer who resists your direction?
That's a good question. Um, I think it's a relationship thing. It's just giving out respect to them giving out respect, for you to receive respect. It's not just barking out orders, it's just kind of leading them in the right direction. Um, if I was to get promoted, I don't see myself going out there barking orders, doing this and that. It's kind of just getting to know the guys, ride with different guys, getting to know their name, their background, where they come from, what they like doing outside of work. Just different conversations. I think that needs to be had with each and every officer. It's just more than just working with them. It's just getting to know them, because we spend more time at work than we do at home. So that's kind of how I would go about it.
All right. So I guess my question here is something that even yourself, you said we've been struggling with as a department.
hmm
How do you strike that balance between enforcing policies and then also still keeping that morale up within the department?
Uh, well, like I said, each one of us is different. I would say, like I said, first you gotta know that person, just who you going to, you talking to. Some people feelings get hurt. Some people go by the tone of your voice. Some people go by how you move when you talking to them. It's just we all humans. We all go by we take things different ways. So I would probably say, to strike that balance, it's gotta be a give to receive, I would say. So I would say, like, hey, we gotta get this together, we gotta do this, we gotta be more professional at this part of the job, this part of the job, this part of the job. You know what I'm saying? And kinda like it's also like rewarding the officers for it. Even though it's their job, but this is a dangerous job. I just feel like it's just a give and receive thing. That's how I feel.
Right. I've got three questions for you.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
One of them would be, how would you balance being approachable and maintaining authority?
Mm, I will balance them both. I'm kind of a friendly person, I'm not gonna lie. Um, for the most part, um, I'm cool with a lot of the officers. It would be honestly the same thing I do now. Um, just speaking up a little bit more. Just letting them know, hey, we can't do this. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. You can't be doing this. This gotta be better. You know what I'm saying? But just letting them know, like, I'm not here to discipline you like that. I am just here to make sure all the policies are followed. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters to me.
Okay.
So,
My next question is, if your team is understaffed on a busy night,
mhm.
how do you allocate resources effectively?
uh, well, I guess just I never been supervisor, so I would say probably try to assess what's going on at night. Um, kind of get the team together and just kind of figure out, kind of get everybody's input on how can we move for that night since we understaffed. I don't want to be the one that just come up with everything. So if I was the highest up, I would kind of like get everybody together and be like, kind of like, hey, what's going on? What y'all seeing out there? What we need to be at tonight, and kind of get everybody's input and kind of go from there. That's what I would do. It also makes the officers feel like they're involved. You're actually taking their input, on what's going on, because they're seeing we're seeing a lot of things in the field that y'all might not be seeing, because I know y'all sometimes get caught up here and stuff like this. But I feel like just taking what they're saying is going, and kind of like seeing how they feel, how we should move. I feel like that's a big part of it.
Okay. My last question for you would be, an officer on your team makes a decision in the field that puts others at risk. What's your response as a sergeant?
I would say that's a absolutely zero tolerance. Um, After the situation is over with, I would probably pull him aside and have a firm talk, just because at the end of the day, putting any officer at risk is a no-no. We want to make sure every officer go home to their family. every officer clocks out and continue their life because this this life and death. So I'll express to that officer, hey, this could have happened because you did this. You know what I'm saying? This is why we don't do this, and kind of explain why we do things the way we do it. It may be a new officer, it may be an officer, excuse me, it may be an officer that's still learning. So that's kind of how I would approach things, unless that officer has already been coached before. So from there, we'll probably go to the office and probably have some document going, and kind of just have look at some body cam and kind of just see look at what he did wrong and how we can correct him. Because that's the main thing, just correct him. Especially if he's gonna be back out there, we want to make sure it don't happen again.
All right. Thank you for providing me with those answers.
No problem. Thank you.
We don't want to hold it up too long. I think you answered all the questions, at least from all the supervisors here. Unless anybody has one more question they want to put out there, or anything they want to know.
Yeah, man.
I'm all right.
Okay, you go ahead, go.
No, I'm all right. You good? You good?
Okay. I was just gonna ask, man, if you were a supervisor, and let's just say you happen to terminate an individual, and then they throw their badge in your face, what you gonna do in that situation?
Hey, he gone at that point, you know what I'm saying? But don't let me catch him on the street. You know what? Never mind. But yeah, he gone at that point. But
Okay.
Hey.
It don't even matter.
All right, so I guess my final question to you is, a big part of being a sergeant and a leader in general in the department is the ability to delegate tasks. So just give me a couple examples of when you're the primary sergeant on shift, how you plan on delegating your tasks out to make sure that your team is both efficient and effective.
As a sergeant, first of all, I plan on being in the field at all times. Even if I have an arrest, I feel like I could do my paperwork in my patrol vehicle in the field, just in case any officer needs me at any time. That's how I feel like that I can really spread my time just being in the field. It don't do me no justice being at the office, especially as a sergeant being in the field. I need to be ready at any time for any officers that are in that's in a panic, a crisis, or whatever the case may be. May need backup, just may need supervisor to a call. So I think that's the most important thing. Spending less time in this office and more time in my mobile office in the field. I think that's the biggest thing. Just cause I do see a lot of times, and I know y'all short staffed right now as far as like sergeants. They'll call for supervisor and somebody has to rush out the station, and we already know how big the station is. So I think that's the biggest thing, especially as far as like time efficient. So I think that's the biggest thing right there. Well, basically starting off. I wouldn't know how it is getting into it, but starting off, I know that's what I would be doing.
So I got last question here, and then I'm gonna give you the final statement.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Actually, I don't even know where the question went. It was in my mind and left me. So this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Obviously, you're in the room with a bunch of people for a decision that you want to know, if you could become a supervisor or not, right?
Yes, sir.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little discussion after we get done with the other two candidates. We're going to all talk about all three of you guys, and then we'll pull you back into the room, and we'll let you know where we're going to go from there. Obviously, you won't just be granted the position just like that. You're going to, start off on probationary. If we do decide to let you move forward, you're going to start off as a, probationary sergeant, which that would determine, you'll still be considered a regular police officer. You might throw some FTO stripes on, and then you'll be considered a senior officer if we do decide to move forward. And then from there, pending the next term announcement, you'll either be promoted or you'll be, unfortunately denied, depending on your performance in the field. All right. Well, if you just don't mind telling the next person to come in.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Yeah,
All right.
I appreciate your time.
All right, appreciate y'all
Just
for helping me.
stand
today.
by.
Okay, I will.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you had good answers.
Yeah.
It was alright.
Wait, we're not supposed to tell him that, Wack.
It was alright.
Well, you
Be
know,
lazy.
I mean, when he walked in the first
mean-
time, you know what you said? You said yes.
he's leading the
All right, you
pack.
go in next
So,
one.
He is.
all right now.
Yeah, he immediately said yes.
Go ahead and walk through this way, Mr. Cruz, and go towards the middle.
Okay.
All right.
Watkins, why do you say that?
I am hungry.
Oh, you're hungry. Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, what's going on, Cruz? How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. So, welcome to the October 2025 promotional board. You obviously inquired to myself that you want to be a patrol sergeant, which is why you're in the room with multiple supervisors, including myself. I'll go ahead and lead it off here. I'm Captain Jemison. I am over the Patrol Bureau. We're going to start with Sergeant Jackson. Go around the room introducing ourselves, and then we'll ask you a little questions about yourself.
Alrighty, Andre Jackson, Supervisor Officer of Traffic Enforcement Unit and Bureau Patrol.
Nathan Caruso, patrol supervisor.
Jimani McCord, Patrol Supervisor, Watch Commander.
Captain Watkins, Bureau of Special Operations and Bureau of Education and Training.
Commander Jair Reed McCord, Office of Operations.
Lieutenant Smith, Bureau of Professional Standards.
Sergeant Johnson, Patrol Supervisor.
Sergeant Nash, Patrol Supervisor, Area 4 Saturation Team Supervisor.
All right, Officer Cruz. Now that you know who everybody, obviously you should already know, but now that you know who everybody in the room is, we're going to ask you questions on if you ever had any type of staff interview or anything where it's kind of fast paced and multiple people ask you questions at different times. I'm just gonna let you know this board is intense. Question could go from here to there. So just kind of stay focused and make the best decision that you can. Okay.
All right.
So I'm asking the first question. I'll start off here. Break the ice. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been with the department? What you currently do? What your aspirations are in the future? Stuff like that.
So I'm Officer Diego Cruz, field training officer. Been with the department since I graduated from the academy. My aspirations with the department are to get into one of the specialized investigative unit. Right now I'm trying out with Captain Watkins in the strike unit. But ultimately, the reason why I want to be a sergeant is because of the things I'm seeing while out on patrol. I feel like I can help to add some improvements to the department. I know that usually when I'm on patrol, I'm patrolling solo, or with 1 or 2 other officers. I just feel like I can fill in some of the gaps and help out the command staff with those needs during the early shifts.
Okay, real quick before the other people go, just for the record to show, you are trying out for the position of patrol sergeant, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you do know if you were to move forward, you would be a sergeant under the patrol division, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and with that being in mind, Captain Watkins is trying you out for the strike unit. You know you're going to have to ultimately make a decision at the end of the day on whether, if you were to move forward with the position, on whether you were to move forward with the position, on whether you would to stay with strike or move forward with patrol sergeant, correct?
Yeah, I would make that decision.
Okay, just making sure before we continue here. And obviously, sorry, if you were to be a good candidate for sergeant, Captain Watkins ultimately has the decision to promote you to sergeant, pending your completion of your strike training, correct? Yes.
Is that a question for Captain Watkins or me?
Oh, no, that was a question for you.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right. Let the board go.
How would you go about a public figure in the community call you out on your past? How would you address it?
I mean, calling me out on my past, you said?
Correct. Yeah,
I mean, there's
conflict with your
nothing.
future of your badge, you know?
I mean, I don't think I have anything in my past that I have to really worry about.
Well, in a sense, you know, if they come at you, just what if it's a lie? You know, how would you go about debunking it?
I mean, I'm staying pretty firm in my integrity. I'm not really worried about any hearsay coming from crazy talk in the community.
As a supervisor, how do you go about balancing force strictly like between recognizing and for the need of discretion in the field as well?
I think throughout my experience, I've shown restraint with handling suspects. Just yesterday, I was attacked alone when releasing the suspect, and restraint, tased him multiple times, and restrained from utilizing my firearm against him. I was able to apprehend him and place him back in custody without the loss of life. Yeah, I've yet to fire my firearm at a human. I have killed one dog while on duty.
How long
But
you
yeah,
been- how long you been a part of the department?
this will be my 3rd term with the department.
So what makes you better than any other candidate for this being your 3rd term?
Not sure what the other candidates have to offer, but me myself, I've shown excellent report rate. I have no disciplinary actions against me. I've handled community relations well. Intervened with officers on multiple occasions as they had negative interactions with members of the community. It helped to de-escalate several situations.
If your team was
Active
struggling,
on special events.
my apologies. If your team was struggling to meet performance expectations, what steps would you take as a supervisor to identify the problem and improve the results?
Training. Training, conversation, a constant evaluation of what's going on with the team. See what areas of improvement are. Have those conversations with the officers. Let them know what to do, and then just keep monitoring them to meet expectations.
How would you handle conflict between 2 officers under your supervision to make sure it's resolved fairly and doesn't affect the team performance?
Conversation solves so many issues. Just bring everything to the table. Everybody's adult. Hash it all out. If we need to, settle in the combat room, and then get back on patrol.
If you discover
Okay, let
an
me
officer,
let me ask a question. Scenario, okay? You go to a shots fired. You're the only supervisor there. You have 10 officers just sitting there, standing, not doing anything. How would you delegate tasks?
That's one of the biggest reasons why I submitted my application. Oftentimes, see officers standing around confused on what to do. That's one of the things of securing the scene, securing witnesses, evidence, just making sure that everybody knows what their role is, making sure that there are units that are released to continue patrolling other areas so that the whole district isn't on one scene.
Okay, now how would you delegate a task to the 10 officers? How many would you have on traffic? How many would you have canvassing for bullet casings and so forth?
Depending on the number of officers on duty at the time, I wouldn't allocate more than half of department resources to any one scene. And then of that, make sure that there's an equal number of officers split up.
Okay, but the question is, regardless of how many officers are clocked in, you have 10 on the scene. How would you give them tasks?
I got you. So at least 2 officers would be sent to secure the outside of the scene. Another 2 officers would be sent to secure any witnesses and victims. 2 officers would then be sent to start canvassing the area for evidence, and we'll keep 1 officer free to deal with any situations that would arise. And then I'll count myself as that 10th officer.
Okay. How about contacting paramedics before we go past?
Well, that's what I said, the attendant to the victims.
Okay, that'd be all.
I got something for you. So being a sergeant, you'll be a patrol supervisor. It'll be basically up to you to make sure that everybody else that's under you is doing what they should be. So I'm gonna raise you a situation. let's say that you're out and about, you see somebody that's not acting accordingly, right? And you are trying to get them to do the right thing. They're just blatantly not listening to you. They're just kind of disrespecting you or dismissing you. What are you doing with that?
If I got additional officers on the scene, goal is always going to be de-escalation. So if I'm not able to get through to somebody, I'm communicating it to one of the other officers on the scene, see if they can get the message across. Kind of like meet the person where they at. If they're not hearing it from me, maybe they need, maybe they don't want to talk to somebody in command. They want to talk to a low officer, somebody they feel close to. So yeah, to see if that helps to de-escalate the situation. If not, then ultimately got to take control of the situation.
How so?
Using tools, taser, pepper spray, depending on what the circumstances are.
You're gonna tase your officer?
I thought this was I didn't know this was an officer. I thought this was a
No,
suspect
man.
on the scene.
No.
Can
You're a
repeat the original?
supervisor.
Repeat the original
You're a
question.
supervisor. You're a sergeant, right? You see somebody that's out, somebody that's under you, another officer that's under, I guess, your group, the group that you're supposed to be supervising, and they're just out not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They are just doing their own thing, right? While clocked in on duty, in the uniform and all, right? You've already kind of told them what they should be doing to act right, and they're just dismissing you. They're ignoring what you're telling them. They're just pushing you off to the side and doing their own thing. How would you handle that situation?
All right, I got you clear now. Yeah, so if I've already spoken to them, especially during this shift already, that second time we're talking to them would be right up, clock out for the shift. Then if it's not the first time to follow up after the write up, then escalate it up the chain of command.
Okay. I got another scenario question here for you. Okay. So an officer under your command uses force that appears to violate policy. What would you do on the scene? And then what would you do after the fact? Like, how would you handle it on the scene and how would you handle it after the fact?
On scene in the moment would be to intervene at that time, take command of the scene, and then make sure that no further violations of that individual happens. After the fact, would be to follow policy with write-ups and conversations with that officer, and then whatever other disciplinary actions.
Okay, and give me an example of what other disciplinary actions mean. Like, what do you mean by that?
I mean, if that would be for me personally to determine based on what the situation would be, it would be suspension. I don't think it would be within my power to terminate, but recommendation for that based on my report.
Okay, appreciate your answer.
I got a couple questions for you, Cruz. One of them would be if one of your officers uses excessive force in an arrest, how do you handle it in the moment and afterwards? So you could just pretty much walk us through the steps of what you would be doing.
Yes, I guess it's kind of along the same lines as Sergeant Nash's questions. But yeah, in the moment, I would take over command of the scene, remove that officer from the situation, making sure that person that's being violated is no longer being violated. Get them secured, get them medical attention if necessary. Then continue processing them. Then after the fact, have that conversation with that officer in the moment as soon as that situation is done. And then write them up for the excessive use of force and then forward it to supervisors, to my supervisors. But
All
yeah,
right.
there should be no tolerance for excessive force in violation of rights.
My next question would be if your team is understaffed on a busy night, how do you allocate resources effectively?
At least Mary asked that.
Making sure that all areas of the district are covered. Making sure that we got units spread out on all sides of the city. Everybody is staying in communication because we are short staffed, so that everyone's providing backup as necessary. Making sure that units are rolling into the area at traffic stops. Not necessarily pulling up directly onto the scene of the traffic stop, but just being close in case Chase does initiate or they do need additional units on scene. Yeah, just making sure that all areas of the city are proactive. No units are just sitting around the station. Like to Sergeant McCoy's question, units are actually actively patrolling and not just on duty doing their own thing.
And my last question to you would be what steps would you take to motivate a squad that has low morale? This could be like during a roll call, a briefing, etc.
Yeah, if it's a continued pattern of low morale, doing something engaging with them, some different type of patrol, focusing on some community engagement event, even an off-duty team building experience, just to get everybody back bonded and back in that like upbeat spirit.
Okay, so to kind of follow up with what you were saying regarding just mainly on the patrol side, since that's what you're interested in as a patrol sergeant, what would you be doing that would be considered engaging to increase morale within patrol?
I mean, I'd ask the officers, like what's got them down, really. See like what I could do, not just forcing something onto them that essentially could ruin things even more, but ask them like what is it that they're lacking, like what experience are they looking for, and see what's within my power. Then have that conversation with the rest of the team, and what we can do.
Okay.
So, Cruz, if you was promoted to be a sergeant, what is one of the first things you would like to see improvement on? Like, for example, one of the first uh, implement. I don't know how to say the word, but one of the first things you would like to do as a sergeant to better the district. For example, when I became captain, I changed the whole policy because I felt it bettered uh, the whole district. So, what is something that you would like to implement?
I hadn't really considered that too much. I would like to see like a lot more community engagement events, like how we had the camping trip, the protest, just being involved with members of the community, proactive on patrols, not necessarily like getting out the cars, even bicycle patrols. Just something that promotes the positive image of the department, where the community sees us as officer friendly, not just chasing them, shooting up.
Okay. Any more questions for the board?
I got one more for him.
Go ahead.
Because this does happen a lot, we do respond to a lot of high priority scenes. How would you ensure that your team maintains professionalism when dealing with difficult or hostile community members?
That's one of the things that I just on tonight's shift been coaching probationary officers on. Just not further escalating the situation when you got hostile citizens. Like if they're looking for like that negative interaction, they're looking to antagonize you. Like let them win. Like let them have their peace. At the end of the day, you don't need to flex your power on everybody. Like that's one of the things that, yeah, if I get some more stripes on my shirt, I'm not looking to do at all. And just want to have that balance to authority. So, and that's one of the things of, yeah, just making sure that officers know they're like, just because you got this star on you don't mean that you run the streets.
Okay.
Like have respect for the city, like everybody in the city.
Real quick, so I do see that you are a FTO. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody in the room knows that you train recruits as much as you can. So with the ability of being with the power of having sergeant stripes, you'll be able to, final eval probationary officers that come into the department. With that power, what are some things that you would like to see officers do on their final evaluation to see that if they are 100% able to be patrol ready?
Even more so in the academy, just making sure that they're prepared for looking up vehicles on their own, utilizing all aspects of the laptops in the car, to run license plates, to knowing how to write tickets properly, know how to properly write a arrest report before they graduate. Because that's one of the big things that in the field training is eating up a lot of patrol time, and there's a lot of missing pieces going on there. Trying to do it in the field with back-to-back calls.
If the board has no more questions, I'll give the final statement. All right. So, Officer Cruz, we come into a tricky situation with you. So you are currently trying out for Miss Watkins next to me division, like I stated previously, and you're also trying out for myself as a patrol sergeant. So, like I said, ultimately, if you are a good candidate, everybody goes through a probationary period where they obviously do the senior officer things of taking scene command while a sergeant watches or a supervisor, going to calls to help other officers out. Essentially, if you know what the rank of a corporal is, is what you would be until either decide to be promoted or decide to be rejected of the offer. With that being said, if this is a position that you are primarily focused on attempting to do and something that you are 100% interested in, you do know that those duties will come first, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I told Mr. Starks, we're going to have a conversation at the end of the board, all of the people inside the room, and we'll come back to you with the final verdict if you would like to exit stage left and go grab the next guy.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. One thing before you go, I do appreciate how you decided to look at everybody you were speaking to. That was a great thing that I noticed.
I did as well.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Nash, you're just going to be the person that tells them where to go from here on out. Because
Yeah.
All right, it's your turn.
All right, go ahead and go over here to the right and then make your way to the middle of the room.
I thought he was coming here. Come on.
How's it going?
this is our last candidate. How's it going, Jamari James?
Pretty good. How's it going?
All right, I'm gonna need you to speak up for me, brother. This is a board. You're supposed to impress us, okay?
Got it.
All right, so welcome to the 2025 October promotional board for the position of patrol sergeant. With this in mind, the way the board is going to work is we're all going to introduce ourselves one by one. Then we're going to ask you to introduce yourself. After that is done, I'll ask you a question, and then it'll be fast-paced questions from there. For example, Sergeant Johnson over here can ask you a question, then it could jump from Sergeant McCord, Commander McCord to Captain Watkins. It can jump all over the room. So we advise you to stay focused and give your best answer the first time. Okay,
yes, sir. Yep.
So real quick, I'll go and start it off. I'm Captain Jemison. As you know, I do patrol. I run the patrol bureau, and I am the executive officer for the Education and Training Bureau.
Yep.
Looks like Caruso and Jackson have switched spots. So Caruso, I guess you're going for.
He did it on purpose. It's gonna be Nathan Caruso, patrol supervisor.
What's going on, Cruz?
Andre Jackson, Supervisor Officer, Traffic Enforcement and Bureau Patrol.
Jemani McCord, Patrol Supervisor, Watch Commander.
Captain Watkins, commanding officer for Bureau of Special Operations and Bureau of Education and Training Division.
Commander McCord, Office of Operations, and Bureau of Professional Standards.
Lieutenant Smith, Bureau of Professional Standards.
Smith ain't said it down.
Sergeant Johnson, patrol supervisor.
Sergeant Nash, patrol supervisor, area 4 saturation team supervisor.
Nice to meet you, guys.
Nigga, big teeth.
All right. So now that you know who we all are, we just have to do it for formality's sake. Now we're gonna ask you who you are, where you come from, how long you've been with the department, what you want to do in the future, stuff like that.
Okay, so Jamari James, been here. Think it'll be a month in like about a week. I'm not really from here. Born and raised in New York. Came down here. I aspire, I want to help out all the recruits, help them get their phases done, do trainings. I really just like helping people out. It's really what I want to do. Help everybody out, get them done with their stuff, get them on patrol.
So it looks like you are more interested in being a field training officer, yes?
Yes, sir.
So may I ask why you have not inquired for that position yet?
I didn't see anything for that position.
Fries.
In the bag.
All right. Go ahead, Sergeant.
How would you lead
right.
by example to trust and excuse me real quick. How would you lead by example to build trust and respect between both your unit and the community?
So if anybody has questions, help them out, go, talk to people. Help them if they have mistakes, help them out. Give them information, let them know that they can ask questions. The community, go engage with the community, talk with the community. So
Okay, young man, look, before we even continue, seeing that your interest is more so with being a field training officer, do you even want to continue with the panel interview to become a sergeant, or do you just want to have a conversation, a sidebar with Captain Watkins about becoming a field training officer?
yeah, I'll rather have this conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna let you schedule a time to meet with Captain Watkins and come figure out the process of becoming a field training officer. We appreciate your time.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna ask if he even wanted to be here next.
Jamari James, I really appreciate you for coming to the board meet.
Appreciate it, James.
Have a great day,
Appreciate
James.
you. God bless you, James.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fuck out of here.
Damn!
That nigga is grits. Oh my god.
I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm
Y'all
sorry.
Calm down.
We've been at this for fucking all night. This nigga just got on to pay us money. The fuck we doing? Let's go.
I was like, I'm ready.
I'm sorry. I ain't even trying to be that way. I'm dog shit tired.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I heard you say anything the whole time.
He said, I might help him out. Fuck
Cuz
you
that
mean?
nigga been sitting there mad as shit the whole time.
So-
That's why he
so
ain't
Watkins-
speaking.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Like
Watkins, I'm gonna
Shit,
reach out to
Watkins
him.
ribs is cold as shit.
Nigga, you still ain't the
Man,
bitches.
Man,
No,
y'all
I'm
bugging. I've
waiting.
been eating this whole time. Y'all
Hold
niggas
on.
sleep.
Man, I would have been
Hold up.
fucking them ribs up, bro. You better than me.
Watkins, I'm gonna reach out to him about being an FTO because that was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So real quick before we go ahead,
Mafito.
Starks, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Push that
Yeah.
paperwork on.
Yeah, I like him. I
Yeah.
like
All
him.
Chris
right.
that paperwork through.
All right,
He
what
answered the
about-
questions perfectly.
What about Cruz over
Yeah,
there?
he got to go
I'm-
on the
I'ma
trial
say no.
phase. So
Yeah,
him.
trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, put him on the
I
for
don't
trial
think
period. That
he-
boy was
he-
I'm gonna say no only because he wants to do the thing with Watkins. It's no point in us putting another guy up there if we're just going to replace him anyways.
Does he want to? I thought he said.
He,
I mean,
Nah,
he
his
wants
heart-
to, but
His heart's with Walk.
the thing is that like he wouldn't be a patrol sergeant anymore, right? And that's what he's here for. So I would rather give him that like decision because I don't want to make it for him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, ooh, I'm losing my train of thought.
Watkins wasting away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, before he becomes a patrol sergeant, I think he needs just a little bit more like training, you know, and
He needs more in the field time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
His
more
ass
in the field
trolling. This.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
it was.
So
Stars
with
can be pushed through immediately. I've been.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
I'm cool with Starks being pushed through.
Yeah. So okay. So
Yeah,
what we'll
Stark,
do,
yeah.
we're going to we'll bring Starks back in the room. We'll tell him what's going on, and then we'll bring Cruz in, and I'll make one more final comment stating that we'll try him out for sergeant. However, in a week from now, we'll come back with the performance review and let him know, hey, okay, we think you deserve sergeant. We don't think you deserve sergeant. Whatever. And he'll make a decision on whether he wants to go with Watkins division or whether he wants to go patrol sergeant because he's not, can't do both. He's most likely going to say strike though.
Which is also the reason why
All right,
I'm
I'll be
like,
back.
nah, don't bring me to the sergeant if he just gonna go that way.
Can I join straight?
Hey.
Hey, McCoy, you was leaning a little bit to the you was leaning to the right a little bit when Williams was in here. You good? Your hips good.
Hell no, my hips ain't good. My hips hurt.
Motherfuckers been standing for the
Good,
past
take
6
a seat.
hours.
Hell no.
Oh shit!
I think we need to get his fire rescue in here because
We need to
hips
sit
are
down. My
good.
back hurting.
I'm
Okay,
sitting.
Starks.
Matter of, I'm
Come
sitting.
on.
Damn.
We got
I'm clumsy
some,
as shit.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Stark.
Go
Okay,
ahead,
okay,
sit
okay.
down.
Yeah,
Start-
Williams here,
yeah, go
man.
ahead.
I agreed
Yeah, go ahead.
to with Williams. I didn't know we was doing all this tonight.
Hey, shut up,
Man,
McCourt. You knew.
that's
You knew, McCourt.
McCoy,
You
I ain't
knew.
gonna lie
I didn't
to
know
you.
none
I
of
didn't
this,
neither.
bro.
I thought it was just
I didn't
that
know
one
we
video.
were
my,
doing
Thank
this.
you,
my
hello.
team has
That's
been
what I'm
blowing my
saying.
phone
This a
up for the
fucking
past
setup.
hour. my team
He
has
said,
been blowing my phone up for the
hold on.
past
He
He
said,
said,
Hold
hour.
on.
he said, I'm gonna get there while they here. Watch.
Give us
just
one
wait
second.
outside
I
for
know,
right-
I
for
know,
right
I
now,
know. We
please.
decided to
Yeah,
bring
second,
you
yeah.
in unpretentiously, but this is what's happening right now. Give us 1 second, and we gonna tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
That
We'll get
ass
right with
you
you.
fucking tricked all of us.
Oh,
I've been sitting here
Everybody.
listening to goddamn for this long. Fucking ribs ain't been eaten. Motherfucking standing here in these hot ass ties and suit, sweating up a goddamn storm. You know the AC broken in this funky ass room. He don't work. Wifey not jumping in this bitch. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home.
Literally. You did
Okay,
say everybody
Stark.
else tonight.
yes, sir.
So, unfortunately, I set all these supervisors up. They didn't know that this was happening. But
Okay.
regardless of the factor, I'm going to come to you with the decision. So, pretty much every supervisor in here said that you were unsacrificed. No, I'm just kidding. So we all like you, dude. Just give it a buck with you. We think you're going to be a great sergeant. So what we'll go ahead and do, we'll go ahead and put some stripes on your shoulder. You'll be
sir.
on a 1 week probationary phase, supervised by Sergeant McCord. He'll give you the ropes of everything that's going to happen. And then from there, I'll let you know whether if you're going to either keep those stripes or if I'm going to take them.
Yes,
But
sir.
if you need anything, you can come to any one of us supervisors.
Yeah,
not just McCoy.
anybody in the room will be happy to help you out with, becoming a new supervisor in the department. So I'll make sure that gets updated via the emails. You can go ahead and change your call sign to 1004. And congratulations, Sergeant.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Yeah, everybody.
All right, now
Congratulations.
move. Now move quickly.
Yeah,
Come on, move quickly.
Yeah,
Next
move
person.
quickly,
is-
quickly,
quickly, come on,
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
come on,
Yeah,
go.
Hey, go ahead, move around, Sergeant.
Come on, Cruz.
Be a
Bro.
track star.
Come on, where you
Let's
at,
go.
Cruz?
Tie your shoes.
Congratulations,
Tie your
bro.
shoes.
You made
Tie
it,
your
bro.
shoes, Cruz. Tie your shoes.
You made it. Cruz, tie your shoes, man.
Got a big ass tarantula on your foot, Cruz.
I'm happy.
There you go, bro.
All right. So I'm gonna
Bro,
let Captain
Covington,
Watkins
on that
tell you what's
noise.
going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Captain Watkins. Okay, I was just saying. So, Cruz, we've made the decision to go ahead and we're gonna try. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna remain FTO for the status, just because you are also trying out for strike and you're also trying out for patrol sergeant, right? we have to gauge where you really want to be at. So I'm gonna ask you this one time. If I do promote you to sergeant, are you going to stay in patrol or are you going to go over to strike? I need to know.
Nah, 100. I would prefer strike.
You would prefer strike. Okay. So what the fuck are you? Get out my. Hey, move.
I told you.
Move fast.
I
Go,
told you.
go,
I'm
go,
going.
go.
Hold on.
I told you hell no because his ass gonna do the thing.
Hold on.
Nigga, I
Thank you,
just said
Cruz, for taking the time out of your very busy evening. Like I said, you took the time to answer all our questions. We appreciate you. Like you said, you want to go with strike. We understand. We really do appreciate you. I'm pretty sure Captain Watkins is going to look at this review board when she does decide to add sergeants to that specialized unit and stuff like that, and she might put you at the top of the pile. Other than that, thank you so much for your time and effort. Okay, man.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate
Hey,
everybody.
listen,
Get on
real
the road,
quick,
buddy.
I'm gonna just say I thank you because you made him say the most he's ever said since we've been standing here, man. So I appreciate
It's
that.
a roll.
Get your
dude.
ass
Damn.
up.
No. Go.
Hey, go
Ignore
ahead,
him.
Cruz.
Go ahead. Get on the road. Get on the road.
Have a nice
Get on
day.
the road.
God bless
Have a
you,
nice-
man.
Get on the road.
Commander McCarter, you available for?
Am I available?
We'll get you right
Yeah,
here in just a
so go ahead and start
second.
dishing out
Yeah,
those paychecks,
federal
bro.
officer.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, we
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
We straight.
that is
Straight.
straight.
We good.
Nigga
All
just
right,
out
God
here
bless
wasting
y'all.
4
I'm
hours of
out.
my life, gang.
I'm
I'm
out.
moving.
My
nigga,
Let's
Cruz,
go.
we made it.
Everybody, everybody.
Fucking-
Shit.
I ain't gonna lie, Jameson, you gotta run my
We
face,
deserve
make
those
me
checks.
stand there for that long,
Now-
man, for nothing.
But
Now we
that
gotta talk to
fucking
Devin
long,
Smith about
nigga,
the
no,
professional standards
nigga,
in the
no,
department.
nigga, no,
guys. Let's go
nigga,
back to the
no.
meeting room.
Nigga,
I'm
no.
not
Nigga,
talking
no.
shit. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get my
nigga,
check. I'm
no.
gonna take my black ass home. I'm
You
done with
feel
it.
me? Likewise.
That's the longest I've
Talking
ever
about
seen
that
him on
after
the
the
clock.
fucking bonuses. Come on.
Man.
Hot ass tie and
Hot
fucking
ass,
weak
funky
ass
ass rope.